a guy on TikTok did a Bud Light joke that Brendan Schaub just ripped off and started doing on stage. The guy called out Brendan Schaub. Brendan Schaub never responded until now. So I'm going to play this and give you my thoughts on it. Let's see what Brendan Schaub has to say about stealing that guy's joke.
Yeah. Well, it's even like with I did this Bud Light thing when it was like first popping on, I did Bud Light thing. I mean, you guys are crazy, man. Bud Light doesn't make you gay. And Deep Throat on stage. So it was like, oh, this guy, he's like he's like an Instagram comic. Like, he did this first. I'm like, all right.
Dude, like, you're sitting there watching all this shit.
It's not that good, dude. It's just
fucking. Let him have it. Who gives a fuck?
I was like, it's a throwaway. Yeah, I mean, Deep Throat and a Bud Light can, it's not going to make the special.
Well, I mean, that's that one thing. Yeah.
Well,
so he never denied not stealing it. Of course he stole it. He saw that video. And the guy even proved that Schaub saw that video. And he just went and lifted it and started doing it on stage. So, I mean, this guy steals everything. And the reason why he doesn't really get called out by other comics is because even though he steals, like, jokes and stuff, he's not funny, so it kind of doesn't matter. Like, people were very upset at Carlos Mencia for a specific reason. He was stealing jokes, but destroying with them. Standing ovations. What did Patrice O'Neal say? Carlos doesn't know how to bomb. He's a killing machine. That's why Carlos would steal, because he didn't know how to be funny for 5 minutes. Then don't be funny for another 5 minutes and trying to work out material. But, I mean, Schaub, you can give him the greatest bit ever and he's going to screw it up because he's just not funny in any way, shape, or form. But, I mean, the hilarity, though, that now he decides to talk about it and almost as if, because the dude who did it was, quote-unquote, a comedian, but he does his bits on TikTok, and that was a huge video, and you just ripped it off and did it on stage. So, of course, the guy was rightfully mad about it. But, I mean, this is what Schaub does. It's his M.O. And look at DeLeo over there, like, just let him have it. It's like, let him have it. It's his bit. And the guy probably doesn't even care that much. But the fact that it's being done by Schaub and it's so, he makes it so unfunny is probably like, dude, stop doing my bit. You're ruining it. But all in all, Brendan Schaub is just a huge thief. He actually addressed it, though. He actually brought it up out of nowhere. Oh, my God. What is the new hairdo? He just so wants to be Theo Vaughn at this point. It is annoying. But, I mean, Schaub steals. That's what he does. That's what he's always going to do. Isn't it ironic that Joe Rogan, the guy who called out everybody for stealing jokes, took down Mencia's career for it, and one of his best friends is the biggest joke thief ever? And Rogan used to call out people when it didn't even make sense. Like when he would accuse Dennis Leary of stealing jokes from Bill Hicks. I didn't see that. I mean, it looked, I mean, they talked about the same thing, but you didn't take a joke word from Bill Hicks. I think that Rogan's problem in that aspect is he does such a specific brand of comedy on stage that if someone went up on stage and started talking about DMT and apes, Rogan would say, well, they're ripping me off. And he would probably be right. But when Dennis Leary talks about, you know, smoking cigarettes and drinking beer and stuff, and Bill Hicks talked about that too. I mean, those are fairly common things. And by the way, Schaub just saying it was just a throwaway joke. Wait, so the dude who cancels most of his stand-up gigs, the ones he goes to, he's just doing throwaway jokes? And by the way, at this point in his stand-up comedy career, to have to rely on throwaway jokes kind of is pathetic. It kind of really is just pathetic that, I mean, he's been doing stand-up for what? Like 10 years now? And you got throwaway Bud Light bits? It is bizarre. It is weird. And he ripped off a random TikToker, and I think he was shocked that the guy actually called him out and it picked up traction, and he had to stop doing that bit on stage. And because now you can tell when he addresses it here, he's kind of even upset that he can't do it anymore. He's like, oh, well, the guy's claiming he wrote it and I stole it. It's like, well, it's not even that good of a joke. Well, yeah, maybe, it was meant for TikTok, by the way. It wasn't even a joke meant to be told on stage. I mean, that's pretty much prop comedy at that point. The guy who did it just did it in a TikTok video in which that would make sense. Schaub, you're on stage, so what? You need to have a Bud Light on stage in order to pull off that joke? What are you, a prop comic at this point, man? That is sad and pathetic. But the fact that he got called out for it, and you can tell he's mad. He's probably thinking, damn, B, that was one that definitely got a laugh, but everyone's calling me out on it, so I can't use it anymore. And he's salty about it, which is why he just brought it up out of nowhere on a Golden Hour episode. Truly is sad and pathetic, but, that's Brendan Schaub for you. A big thief who steals everything he can. Logos, money from employees, ideas, everything. All of his merch is just stuff taken from other people, but he's the one suing people for copyright infringement. Truly sad and pathetic. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
I'm fucking saying, dude, that Bud Light sponsored a tranny or some shit, dude. And apparently it makes you gay. I'm like, the fuck, man? Been drinking Bud Light for fucking years, man. And I don't see how it makes you gay. So everybody been fucking saying, dude, that Bud Light sponsored a tranny or some shit, dude. And apparently it makes you gay. I'm like, the fuck, man? Been drinking Bud Light for fucking years, man. And I don't see how it makes you gay.